Hello and welcome to the history of Regina movie theaters and drive-ins. 1907. The Edison Family Theater opens on October 4th. 1908. The Unique Theater opened on December 14th. The Bijou Theater opens. 1909. The Unique Theater closes. The Regina Theater opens on February 19th. The Elite Theater opens on December 22nd. 1910. The Empire Theater opens on September 12th. The Lux Theater opens on November 15th. The Roseland Theater opened on December 9th. 1911. The Palace Theater opens on April 12th. On September 12th, the Princess Theater opens. The Majestic Theater opens on November 18th. The Empire Theater closes. 1912. On December 28th, the Rex Theater opens. The Elite, Lux, and Palace Theaters closes. 1913. The Princess Theater opens. 1914. The Rose Theater opens on July 17th. The Orpheum Theater closes. 1915. The Majestic and the Roseland Theaters closes. 1917. The Grand Theater became the Sherman Theater on July 23. 1918. The Allen Theater opens on December 30th. 1920 to 1929. Here is the movie listings for 1920. (1921). Famous Players opens its first theater in Regina, the Capitol Theater, on March 19th. It became the leading theater for Regina. 1922. The Grand opens as a live theater on January 23rd. Movies were shown later. 1923. The Allen Theater goes to Famous Players on October 13th and renamed Metropolitan after heavy losses with the Allen Theater in Cleveland, Ohio. 1929. The Broadway Theater opens on December 31st. The Regina and Rex Theaters closes. 1930 to 1939. Here are the movie listings for 1930. (1932). The Broadway Theater closes on February 7th. 1935. The Roxy Theater opens on February 15th. 1938. The Rex Theater closes on September 15th after a fire. 1939. The Rex Theater reopens on March 23rd. 1940 to 1949. Here are the movie listings for 1940. (1940) On October 21st, the world premiere of Cecil B. DeMille's Northwest Mounted Police took place at all four famous Players Theaters.
3 years old, and in scattered posts from Edmonton to Fort Calgary to Fort Macleod, from Battleford to Maple Creek to Fort Walsh, we were trying to bring the law and keep the peace throughout thousands of square miles of Indian country. The Great Lone Land it's been called. Land of prairies and lakes and mountains. Beautiful, peaceful. But in those days it was a powder keg. The savage tribes of plain and mountain were ready to explode into bloody war.
1942. The Broadway Theater reopens on March 13th. 1945. The Leader Post reports on April 3rd that Odeon will build a new theater. It never opened. 1949. The first drive-in, the Skylark Drive-In, opens on August 6th. The Grand Theater is reopened by famous players on October 4th. 1950 to 1959. Here are the movie listings for 1950. (1950) Famous players opened the Queen City Drive-In on September 19th. The Roxy Theater reopens on November 2nd after renovations. 1951. The Sunset Drive-In opens on July 7th. 1953. The Nortown Theater opens on September 15th. 1954. On April 17th, the Starlight Drive-In opens. 1956. The Sunset Drive-In closes. 1957. The Famous Players Grand closes. Thanks for watching, and remember to like and subscribe.